Hey y'all, it's Tajale again. Welcome back to my channel. This video will show you my updated wash day routine. If you're growing with me this year, you need to know how to properly wash and detangle your hair because a lot of breakage occurs on wash day if you don't know what you're doing. So here I'm just showing you what my hair tends to look like right before washing it. I wash my hair once a week, so this is 1 week old hair. So to start my wash day, I just submerge my hair underneath the water as is. If submerging your hair in water while it's still tangled causes a nightmare for you, I highly recommend that you pre-poo first. Otherwise, this is how I start my wash day. I get straight under the water with my hair as is, tangled, dry, but I let the water just run through it and pull it down and elongate it. I'm also using my hands to help me do that. Now, as you do this, you'll notice a few strands just naturally come out. These are shed hairs. So in this process, you're going to use that moment to get rid of those shed hairs that come out before you have to detangle. Once my hair is completely wet and elongated by the water, it's time to get washing. So lately I've been using a shampoo to wash my hair. Many of you know that I used to use apple cider vinegar. So if you want to use a shampoo substitute, you can. Otherwise, a sulfate-free shampoo is just fine. Now, whenever I shampoo, I do focus a lot on my scalp. That is really what I'm trying to clean. I don't focus too much on the hair itself because I know I will naturally or inevitably get shampoo on my hair strands by trying to get to my scalp. That's definitely a personal preference. I don't think it makes a huge difference. It's just something I do because I know how drying shampoo can be. So I'd rather not apply or put too much on my strands. Okay, so our hair is all clean. I'm just going to rinse this shampoo out. Now notice I have not used any detangling tools yet. Do not detangle your hair during the shampoo process. Because shampoo is removing the moisture and the oils, your hair can feel a little dry, a little stripped, and that's why it can be difficult to detangle your hair. So if you're trying to detangle your hair during the shampoo process, you will probably run into breakage because it will be difficult to do. So right now, I have not used anything other than my hands just to kind of massage water through it. This is important. With natural hair, it is easiest and recommended that you deal with your hair in sections. This will make dealing with your hair a lot easier and help you avoid breakage because detangling a section is easier than detangling a whole head at one time. So that's the next step. After you wash, you want to apply conditioner to detangle your hair. Use as much as you need. You want to have a lot of slip. This will make detangling easiest. So while your hair is wet with conditioner is when you will detangle. So you detangle from the ends of your hair and work your way up to the roots. Now take your time. Notice I'm putting the brush through, and if it is smooth, I move up a little bit, but if it's not a smooth run through, then I go through again to get rid of those knots that are still there. Really take your time while you're detangling. I will say that this is the step that most people experience some type of breakage and the reason why they do not see their hair grow. So if you can master how you detangle your hair, you're pretty much there with growing your hair. You eventually will see your length retention. So I've reached a smooth run through all the way from my roots to my ends. It's thoroughly detangled. Still pulling and holding on to it, I'm going to twist it away. If I let it go, it'll shrink back up and bounce back, but I want to keep the detangled strands in place as best I can. Sometimes before I detangle a section, I feel like it's too tangled to just straight put a brush through, so I will use my hands to finger detangle and kind of get major knots out before I begin to take my detangling brush to the strands. Another thing that I want to show you, as I'm detangling, I place my hand back on my hair before I allow my hair to bounce back. So a lot of people have a problem with shrinkage and their hair shrinking back up as they're detangling. You want to hold on to the hair as best you can, keeping it stretched with your hand. Now, if you use a rinse out conditioner to detangle like I did, you still need to deep condition next. Do not skip your deep conditioning. Anytime you shampoo, deep condition, or else that's why you may find your hair is regularly dry. You want to restore the moisture that shampoo took out. So once you are doing your final rinse of your deep conditioner, you're going to do it a section at a time. Another thing I want to mention too is if you do have super dry and super tangled hair, I would say detangle under shower water after you've allowed your conditioner to sit for a while. So you may detangle after deep conditioning instead of before conditioning. Twist away each section like you did the last time just to keep it section. Now while you're rinsing out your deep conditioner, it's recommended to do it on cool I don't be doing that because it's cold on my body. I wait till this last and final rinse where I just do all over cool water on my head instead of doing it section by section. So do your final rinse with cool water. Cool water will close your cuticles, which helps with shine and will seal in the moisture that you put in from the deep conditioning process. Now, once you finish washing and deep conditioning your hair, that is not all. If you don't do anything else, your hair may be dry like 5 minutes later. So my hair is naked right now. I deep condition it, yes, but I'm going to apply leave-in to keep it moisturized and coated on the outside of the hair. Now, many of you know the method I like to use is the LCO method to moisturize my hair. So that means after applying a water-based moisturizer, which is my leave-in, I like to apply oil to seal in the moisture that I've just put on by the leave-in. Now, the logic behind it is that if you just put on a water-based product or leave water on your hair and put nothing on afterwards, your hair will kind of be dry a few minutes later, kind of like our hands when we wash it and don't put lotion on. But if you put on that oil on top of that water-based moisturizer, it'll help hold the water into the strands or onto the strands because water and oil don't mix. So that'll help your hair to stay moisturized for longer. So after my leave-in and my oil is on my hair, I'm just going to brush it through to make sure it's evenly distributed throughout all my strands, and then I'm going to braid each section away. Now, most people don't know what to do once they finish washing their hair. I always think it's best to keep your hair in its sections and to braid it up. That keeps it in manageable sections and makes it much easier when you do finally style or do whatever. Now, I have plenty of styling videos, and if you click on any of them, you'll see that I always have these 4 braids in my hair at the beginning of it. So depending on what style I'm doing, I will either hop out of the shower with these 4 braids and style on wet hair, or I will style the next day when my braids are dry. And by this point, because my hair is braided up, it will be stretched when I unravel the braids, so that makes it a lot easier to style also. So here is the amount of shedding that I have. So this is 7 days of no detangling, and this is normal for me. But that's it for my wash day. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you will have easier wash days. If you have not seen my 4-step regimen, check it out. You might like that regimen also. Don't forget to like down below and subscribe to my channel. If you want to know what it really looks like when I style on the 4 braids, then click on one of those videos right there.